Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Mandem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your live comments, all your live questions, Manchester United related, please. This is slightly later than, not even slightly, way later than usual. Normally you get it in the daytime, people, you get this show, but we're here regardless. It is the Friday edition. So my brother from the best coast, which is the West Coast, is in the building. Eddie, what are you telling me before we get into everything Manchester United? Because there's so much going on that the Wolves game is actually an afterthought. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
right, right,
The
right.
Wolves game is an afterthought. So how are you doing first and foremost?
I'm blessed, man. I can't complain. Just like a heck of a couple of hours to start out on this Friday, of course, but it's all good. It's all good, man.
It is. Man, love to hear that. And as I was saying, people, so much has gone on with Manchester United to the point if me and Eddie would have done this show at the normal time, we would have missed everything. Because all the news
Right.
broke afterwards. I was on the terrace, and every 5 minutes, Terry was like, "Yeah, breaking news," and it was in regards to Manchester United and the takeover. So if you've been living under a rock, it seems that the final bids are now in, and it seems some form of deal is going to be done in regards to the Manchester United the Manchester United takeover. So will it be Sheikh Jassim? Will it be Jim Ratcliffe? We will soon find out. So like I said, we will be discussing that. Kim Min Jae rumors to Manchester United as well. That has hotted up. Like the
Yeah.
rumors and talk about Kim Min Jae coming to Manchester United, that has been, people have been mentioning that. So them links have become stronger. Rashford injured as well. So that's another talking point. But Rafael Varane back. And like I said, it's actually the last thing. The Wolves game on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned legit four things before we even get to Wolves and
Up to
Manchester
that
United
one, yeah.
still chasing a top four spot and the FA Cup and whatever else you lot are gonna ask us about. So feel free, like I said, to get your questions in, people. I will start the best question. And of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to it as well. So big up to United for life. Big up King Manny as well. United for life, that's a
What's
great
going
point
on,
I will get
y'all? What's
to.
going on, y'all? How
And
y'all doing?
big up one done as well. But I think there's only one place to start. The takeover. What's your
Hmm.
thoughts on the reports that have come out? And this is all rumored, people, so nothing has been confirmed, guaranteed.
Yeah. Um, I did a little bit of a dive into it all, and simply put, man, people trying to get traction out here.
Mm.
People just trying to get traction out here because who knows? Who knows, man? Like who just, well, especially when it comes to this, because people have been thirsting for positive news. Like who knows what the truth is right now, right? I'm sure there are certain people who want the Sir Jim thing to be true, so they look like
Mm.
they're in the know. They look like
Yeah.
they're right. I'm sure we sit on the other side of the fence where we want Qatar to be involved,
Mm.
but it's one of those situations where I think you've been pretty consistent with your stance, and I think I'm pretty much there. Um, just get it over with. Like all the hysterics are hilarious to me. Again, I can only imagine what Twitter is going through right
Oh yeah,
now
crazy, crazy.
because like we've seen it before. Like the one thing people have to understand is when you get to that level of wealth, the amount of influence that you have in certain areas can't be understated,
Mm.
right? I can't sit here with a straight face and not act like the fact that a lot of British publications have put out that Ratcliffe is ahead is just, it's just, yeah, that just happened today. That's
Yeah.
just all they've known today. Like I'm cool because I can't trust it. I don't trust any. I'm not trying to be like that conspiracy type brother, but I'm just being honest. Like
No offense.
when commercial interest is involved, the lengths that people will go, it's unlimited.
Mm.
So to sit here and act like we have a certain level of what's the word I'm looking for? A certain level of sorry, one sec.
That's all good, fam. No stress.
A certain
It's all good.
level of know-how to what's going on.
Yes.
It's laughable. Like even again, We were told what 2 weeks ago? Yeah, wait on the deadline. The deadline's this week.
Yeah,
That
we was
disappeared. Nobody said nothing.
facts.
Right. The weeks before that, it was the same thing. I'm just here, and I'm just like, get it over with. Like, this just goes to the point. And more than anything, one thing you didn't mention that I hope we get into is Bruno's comments, because
Oh
that's
shit, I
another.
forgot. I forgot about Bruce. See, so much has
That's
gone on. We'll
yeah.
get to Bruno's comments as well. That's how much has gone on that I forgot. I did forget about that still. I did forget.
He trying to make us sporting, dog, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone.
We gonna get
Um,
there, 'cause I'm sure there'll be questions on it as well. But go on, carry on,
yeah,
carry on.
just I don't want to be too long winded. I want to get this like conversation with it.
That's
Yeah,
cool, man. Get off
I
your
don't
chest.
care, man. I don't care. I don't care for people just putting stories out there.
Mhm.
Until the man himself says I'm out, I don't feel the need to believe anybody else.
Yeah,
And again, like y'all must have forgot. You think he's trying to lose out to this brother? Like, just let's go talk about
true,
billionaires and a little thing called ego.
true.
Athletes and the richest people on the planet probably have the greatest egos you'd see in any one individual.
Mm-hmm.
This will not happen lightly. Like, this will not be yeah, they just sent him that bid. We're gonna go with that one. No, 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 no. Again, there's ceilings. There's potential,
Mm,
right? What is Sir Jim's possible highest bid compared to the Sheik's bid?
true.
The Sheik would have to be up here because even if though net worth isn't a very fair accurate representation of what somebody's worth, like it can give you a somewhat of a rough idea.
Yeah,
And so yeah, the 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 stories and all that, and just hearing I think the my thing is like I go on YouTube, but I'm seeing everybody put this clickbait stuff so they can get the traction themselves. Like big channels, like yeah, it's done, it's done.
yeah,
Jim
yeah,
is in.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
okay, yeah, you really in the know, right? Like, chill, chill, So we're gonna see if it's him, right?
Mm.
And to be honest, the fact that some of y'all even sat there and made this an opportunity for him is laughable to me because that just goes to show what y'all really value in this world. Not being on top, but being comfortable.
Yeah, facts, facts.
Because you feel like Jim knows the club. Jim knows Manchester. All right, bro. All right, y'all can have that. He knows Manchester. What's that gonna
Yep,
get us? So that's where I'm at
facts.
with it.
Yeah, it's big up to Dan Sillyman as well. Says when it's all said and done, big Sheikh
Oh, Danny
needs to be on
boy.
the throne. Big up Dan Sillyman every single time. My guy, yo, my G, if you want the link, let me know and I'll send it over to you. Warrior J, we'll get into the Bruno comments. Or actually, somebody in the comment section, please drop the Bruno quotes. I know it was a lot, so can you just drop the main comments of what he said so we can get the
Joker.
gist of what he said.
Joker.
Big up to Warrior J as well. Says big up Flawless and Eddie
What up,
as well.
though?
United for Life says, I believe in Jim Radcliffe. I believe Jim Ratcliffe is only there to make the price higher, and Sheikh Jassim knows about that. The Qataris are not stupid. They know the Glazers and Jim are playing games. That could be a thing.
It's a
110%
possibility.
in terms
Give
of
me
just
one
raising up.
second.
Yeah, no stress, man. Do your thing, fam. No stress. United for Life says, don't pay attention to anything other than the official club announcement. Journalists and media outlets will try as much as they can to milk this takeover story before the announcement is made. That's a very valid point, United for Life. That's why I'm not taking any of it. I'm not taking any of it on board. I'm
Mm,
taking none of it on board whatsoever. The only thing I'm taking on board is
mm.
that it seems to be in the final stages. That is legit, which I am happy about
And
because
you know
that
what's
means,
crazy? Not to,
yeah,
I'm
go
sorry
fam.
for
That's
interrupting you
cool.
after I just talked all that time.
That's cool, fam. Nah, get off
Um,
your chest. There's plenty to say, fam.
they didn't lie about that too. So
That's true.
he
You
could
right,
be right.
actually.
He could
That's
be right
true.
back at square one in like 2 weeks, in a week or so. Who knows?
That is true. 110%. That is true. Like without doubt. Like we thought that this was supposed to be up like it was the end of March, then it was the end of April. But I'm just
Mm,
liking the fact. I'm liking all the noise surrounding that it's coming to some form of close. Of course, I would prefer Sheikh Jassim simply because one, they have more money. Number two, I like what they've stated. And number three, Jim Ratcliffe is talking about having the Glazers there still in some form and some capacity. If you want what's best for Manchester United Football Club, why do you want the Glazers there? Why would you want the Glazers? That tells me all I need to know. Look at what the
That's
Glazers have
it.
done to Manchester United. Bear in mind that he's talking about not clearing the debt. Debt is something that should not be associated with Manchester United in any form or fashion. Why are we in debt? Well, how can we generate so much? Manchester United is $1 billion brand, $1 billion brand, £1 billion brand, €1 billion, dirhams, whatever your currency is. Manchester United are $1 billion in that. So why are we in any form of debt? Why can we not afford to go and get players? We should be able to financially compete with anybody because of the amount of revenue we generate. But because of what these crooks have done, and that's what I call the Glazers, absolute crooks, and Jim Ratcliffe is willing to get to take over the club, but keep them on in some form of capacity. You don't want what's best for the club. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Big up Joseph as well. Says watching from Kenya. Big up Flawless and Eddie. Big up to you, Joseph.
Oh, that's fine. It's only a matter of time,
you
know?
That's fine.
Shout out my guy Joseph. Hope you well out there, man.
I like that. Yo, that tea's fine. Big up to everyone watching all across the globe. Big up my Kenyans as well. Big up anyone watching anywhere else in Africa as well. And I agree with you, Dan. The only thing that matters this season is Full Sail and Glazers out. Legit. That's what I'm with. Without doubt. And Stephanie G says 18 years of prison, hopefully ended soon. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Before we continue this conversation, you lot continue to get your questions in, and let's bump up these likes as well. Over 30 of you lot in the building, only at 14 likes. Let's get up to 20 likes and hit the subscribe button as well. We're looking for 5 new subscribers, get us to 6,430. Yeah, that's what they're aiming people in it. 5 subscribers. That's what we're looking for this stream, and let's bump up them likes as well. Get us up to 20 likes, please. Let's see what you are saying. Big up to Jack. I see you as well. Stephanie G. Love to you every single time. Big up to Ravi as well. Big up to Michael, who says South Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, West Coast, West Coast, the best coast. West Coast, the best coast.
Love that. Large up to you in the building as well. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it, people. Who do I think takes over? I honestly don't know. Would I favor Sheikh Jassim? Yes, simply because he has more money and his bid will be higher. And I think these Glazers are just money grabbing crooks. But we will see what happens. But as long as this deal happens, even if it's late, let's say it's not ideal and affects our transfer window and the takeover doesn't happen till mid-July. That's better than it not happening at all. This is so important, people, this deal. This is so important for Manchester United and what we can do. This determines over for me for the next at least minimum decade what we can and can't do as a football club. If it's Sheikh Jassim, we can go and compete and win major honors. We can go challenge for Premier Leagues. We can go challenge for Champions Leagues year after year after year after year. However, if it's the Glazers staying or it's Jim Ratcliffe, it's this season's the ceiling. Domestic cups, Carabao Cups, FA Cups, Europa Leagues. That maybe the occasional title challenge out of the blue like Arsenal did this season. But in terms of if we want to compete for top honors consistently, it has to be Sheikh Jassim. That's what you have. That's pretty much what it is, people. And that's not an opinion, that's a fact. Because the fact that Jim Ratcliffe wants the Glazers to stay tells you all you need to know. Because look at what the Glazers ain't interested in Manchester United being successful. We haven't competed for a Premier League title in 10 years. We ain't won one in 10 years. We haven't competed in the Champions League for however long. When's the last time we was in the Champions League semi-final, people? We don't invest correctly, and it's not a money thing. It's infrastructure. Look at the stadium. Look at the training facilities. Look not only on the outside of the stadium, look at the inside of the stadium. How's the roof still leaking? Saying, look at our January transfer window. Savitzer and Weghorst. Loan deals. Scrambling around. Anything else you want to add to it, fam, before we move on from it?
No, it's just, and I hope we can bleed this into our next point. The standards have been dropped so low by these owners that you got a player who's never done anything in international football, club football, whatever you name it, come out and say and celebrate that, Manchester United is somewhere we're not expected to be. That's what I mean.
And Yeah, go on, carry on, fam, because I'm going to get
That's
to
what
it.
I
I know he
mean,
said
man.
more than this because King Manny brought it up, but yeah, go on, carry on. Because I know there's
Like
more to it that he said than this, but go on. I'm going to try to find it as well. Carry on, fam.
it's funny. It's funny, right? It's funny for me. With this dude, we come here every week, watching games, watching matches, breaking down what we see. Sometimes we get killed for it. Sometimes we don't. But 9 times out of 10, when we get killed for it, you know whose name is involved? This brother right here. This brother right here. This Bruno dude, man. I can't put into words. I can't put into words, especially at this point in the season. We're playing our worst football. How mad this drove me.
Mm.
You came here with a dream. You came here with a dream. You wanted to play for United. Why did you want to play for United? Why is it one of the biggest clubs?
Yeah.
Because we're successful, and we were very successful, and we were very good at being successful. So much so, no team in the Premier League era has had the level of dominance that we had, from about the 1990s to I say when we last won in 2013. No side has had that consistent of a run, being at the top of the table, competing for cups, competing for trophies, the biggest of the bunch, like we have. Man City is the closest thing we've seen to that.
Mm.
And for you to come out here and speak on what wasn't expected, like you forgot where you were, it just shows you. It should show you, people, he's living the dream, getting all the attention, scoring all the goals, all the adverts, all the money. He, you think he really came out here and thought that was okay to say? Yeah, because he said it. He
Yeah, I'm
thinks
just
this
trying to
is
find the clips
okay.
here. I'm trying to
He
find it.
thinks this is
Yeah, go on, carry
okay.
on. Because he
Like he
said,
just, yeah. Go
yeah, go
ahead.
on,
Go
fam.
ahead.
Nah, so
No,
he
no.
said, oh, one sec. Nah, it's gone off. Carry on. I'm just trying to find
Hmm.
the actual full clips. My laptop moving funny. Oh yeah,
No
go on,
worries.
carry
No
on, fam.
worries. That's a club cap. That's our club captain. We went from Maguire to this guy, and people thought we made a tremendous leap. When I see all the teammates have an individual gripe with you about something, we got Sancho in 4K telling you stop moaning. We got Casemiro asking you point blank period, what are you thinking? He lives in his own world, and it's fortified by all these people who come up and eat up what he has to say. I guarantee you right now, you go on any form of social media, there's somebody trying to defend the fact that he said Manchester United was shocked to be in the top four.
Yeah,
When
so
I
he
tell,
said he
mhm,
he he said we want Champions League football. This club deserves it. This club has been in that position. I think these players deserve to be there too because we have such a great team that we've been doing a great job this season when no one thought United could be fighting for top four. We know now everyone is saying, oh, United has been great. But I remembered in the beginning of the season, no one put our team in the top six. So I think it's a good surprise for them, but not us. We knew that we could be there. We know that we could be even higher in the league. We had our moments, and that's why we're in the position of fighting for the top four and not bigger things. But I think soon this club, these players will be fighting for much bigger things. Let's see. Yeah, have a look. Yeah, that was it. That's everything. Go on, carry on.
what's this soon business? What's this
I
soon
said, what you
business?
mean soon, yo?
What do you mean soon? You've been here how long? We've seen you choking trophy performances how many times? And you're still saying soon.
Mm, mm.
Like,
Aye.
we watched Villarreal. We watched the Villarreal game. Legit, the only person who could have walked off that pitch with their head held high was forget the brother's name already.
Who?
Or from Uruguay.
Oh,
Cavani.
Cavani. Cavani.
He scored the goal. Everybody else kick rocks.
Bless me.
This is what we've been talking about. These
Eddie
players. This is what I'm saying. That these players represent everything we hate about what our club currently is.
Mm-hmm.
And to Nuno's point, think about that. Bruno and Jim in the same place.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Golly, bro, it just hurts.
Yeah.
To be here and to have club captain speaking in that way. Yeah, man, I just pray, and we can talk about the manager. He said some things about De Gea. It's just all unraveling right now, and I don't like it. I don't like it not one bit, because honestly, it feels as though the adults have left the room. Like once Martinez left the room, Varane left the room for like 2 or 3 weeks, you started having house parties. Next thing I know, I got cigarette burns in the wall. You ever seen that movie, Project X? You remember that movie, Project X?
No, I've never seen it. I've never seen Project X.
But yeah, pretty much like this kid threw the biggest house party the world has ever seen when his parents left away. That's what it's looking like right now.
Yeah,
got people throwing up in the front lawn. Everything just out of sorts. Red cups all over the place. Door left wide open. It's bad right now, bro. It's bad right now. I can't even. Yeah, the smart whips. All right, y'all know about that. Y'all know about that out there. Your brother's got balloons in the closet. I know y'all know about that out there.
So mad.
It's brother.
Let's say to that is with Bruno. Yeah, what he's saying is not wrong in regards to people didn't have Manchester United in the top 4 and fighting for top 4. But I said this when Rance played it. I was like, whether he's right or wrong, you mentioned it as well, Eddie, ironically. Look at the performances you've been putting in recently and look how the team's been performing. Read the room. It can be the right message. You're just the wrong messenger. I don't even care too tough what he said. Like, I just don't want to hear. Like, why are you putting this energy out there? Like, why? I don't understand. What is the benefit to this? I don't get it. What's the benefit? That's maybe someone in the chat will let me know. I'm really lost. Yes, we all know Manchester United should be competing for bigger trophies. We all want that as Manchester United fans and the players, and I believe Bruno wants that too. So that's nothing new. And in regards to, yes, nobody had Manchester United in the top 4 at the start of the season. Also true. But from the position you're in, we should finish in the top 4. So it's kind of like you could be the right message. You're just the wrong messenger. We're just not trying to hear from you right now. Legit. I don't understand. Again, people, I'm all about benefits and reasons as to why. Is he trying to take pressure off the team? Is that what that is? Well, you've done it and put more pressure on yourself. But all you've done is put more eyeballs on the team. Like, I'm really lost as to what his plan was. And we all know about Bruno on the football pitch. Yeah, we all know about Bruno on the football pitch. Like, what's understood ain't gonna be explained. That's why I don't even critique him heavily. I only criticize him is when someone asks me a question about him. Like, oh, what do you think of Bruno? And I say he's not that good. I don't think that's criticism. That's just my honest assessment of him. Not good enough. But when he plays well, I'll give him credit. But when he plays poorly, I'll criticize him. Recently, he's been poor. In particular, our past 2 games. Brighton away, West Ham away. It wasn't just him, but let's hold him accountable for his poor performances. He was very, very poor in both those games. Very poor. Yeah, Dan says maybe because he's captain, he feels like he has to talk. Someone should have told him, just show up.
Yeah.
Don't do it. You're making bad decisions, like you making bad decisions on the pitch. You making bad decisions off the pitch. There's just no benefit. We all know all the things he said. We know, like, I'm lost. Well, before we continue, over 50 of you lot in the building, big up. Please continue to share this across all the socials, please. At Sarcasm City TV. That's at Sarcasm City TV on all socials. Retweet and like from the Twitter. You can share from the Instagram. But the likes ain't enough, man. We're only at 19 likes and there's 53 of you lot in it. So let's bump up them likes, man. Let's get up to 30 likes, people. Well, look, let's get up. Like check 1212. We slacking with these likes, and subscribe to the channel as well if you are indeed new. It is road to 7,000 subscribers. So when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. It is the Man United podcast. So keep all your questions Manchester United related. And if you super chat, we'll get straight to your comment or question. We'll stop whatever conversation we've got going on and get straight to it as well. Back to what we was talking about initially. United for Life says the Glazers did not travel all the way to Qatar and spend 5 days in January 2023 for no reason. Also, the Qatari representatives will not spend 10 hours inside the club for no reason either. Absolutely. I hear you, United for Life. In particular, the latter part of spending 10 hours inside the club. Without doubt. Like Sheikh, Jassim, they're proud people. You know what I'm saying? Like ego, like Eddie said. So they're going to want to get this over the line, but it seems they're not wanting to be taken for mugs. Ivan says, let's be real. Do you see Qatari really getting us, bro? I don't know, but it could happen. It could happen.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to not believe it can't happen anymore. Like I either way, I don't think enough. I think stuff was said, but I don't think enough evidence was given to be like, yeah, it's definitely going one way or the other.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just waiting for more evidence. That's why I'm with the I don't know. So yes, I'm not saying that it won't happen. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm saying that, but is there a strong possibility? Is there a possibility? Is there a strong possibility? Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with somebody who has a lot of money and is putting billions on the table. So some form of deal will get done. To who is the whole different conversation, and how it will get done. Stephanie G, even though he didn't come out with the usual well bounce back, I'm just not trying to hear from him whatsoever. Sometimes you just gotta shut up. We ain't really trying to hear from you. If I'd said this, big up to both of you. Thoughts on Kolo Muani flawless. I've not watched him like that. I've legit only seen him in the World Cup. One thing I will say is, though, the prices they're talking about is crazy. I'm seeing 100 million. I'm like,
no, that's a joke.
What's this guy done?
Joke.
Like, I don't get that. Go on. What's your thoughts on Kolo Muani?
Let me make sure, because I think I've seen him play a couple times. Let me just get these numbers up. Because the numbers definitely help with what you're seeing out there. So listen, I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be honest. Bundesliga tax. We've seen enough attackers from the Bundesliga come through and not look like what they look like on that side of town. So I'm good. And for me, he just looks like another dude who can't finish his dinner. And that's not what we need. We need dudes who can honestly finish their dinner. That's the thing. I don't need creative players. I need dudes who consistently finish their meals. We saw what happened once Rashford couldn't score. We dropped off a cliff. Because I think it's fair to assume now he's a purple patch player. I think that is fair to assume with Rashford. When he's on it, he's on it. When he's not, he's not. There's no in between. It's really good or it's really bad. I'm good on those types of players. And the guy, he's still young. There just aren't that many like strikers out there that you can look at and be like, yeah, that's the one to fix United's problems.
True.
I think with flawless here, the closest we might get is Tony, because we've seen Tony score 20 in the Premier League.
Rex.
I think that's our quickest way back to prosperity, is trying to get those players who are used to this type of culture. That way, when they come through, it's a seamless transition. Like if you told me, I think Flawless you and I can agree. Leicester goes down. We have a window of Madison, Tony, let's say even the goalkeeper from one of the good goalkeepers that are up and coming.
So say like an old Nana from Inter Milan, for example, or Raya or somebody like that. First.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? That's the type of window that I'm looking at. Like I'm okay, right? That's what we needed to address. That's what we have done, because simply put, of course, he's an upgrade on Erickson, Madison. So you have that going on, and it's just like that's exactly the type of stuff that we're looking to try and have happen. Like, because we're not too far off. I don't think we need to go in for projects. And Milani, for me, is a project type player. Now, if you're gonna sit him, I don't think he's the type to want to sit on the bench and learn from somebody ahead of him. But I think that's the best thing for him if he was to come into this league. Because again, to lead the line at United and then have to ask all those questions of him is it's tough. Sorry, let me turn the camera off real quick.
That's all good, fam. Man. You know what I'm saying? You good?
Yeah. Fams over.
Yeah, no stress, man. Yo, fam, you know I've been here with that, man. Saying with the family, I say it's
no, all good. Yeah.
And to Victor, yeah, I just seen what you said as well about your head being hot about the power leaks. That's peak, man. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I fully get that. That's pissed me off for you. You know what I'm saying? Because we fully invested, man. Flawless. Someone leaked the last episodes of Power on a few minutes. It's not even the full thing. It's the clips. If you're going to leak it, at least leak the 2 episodes. And I wanted to watch it tonight, but there's a season break. I'm a big Power fan for those that don't know.
Oh, there's a break?
Yeah, it's a break. It's mid-season, but not mid-season. They have the break. Not mid-season, but they have the break that they do. So in between 8 and 9, sometimes, yeah, if I remember correctly, yeah, is it normally like between like 5 and 6 or something like that? But there's a break. Jokers, like, why is there a break? Just release the episodes. You know what I'm saying? What we doing here about break? What we doing over here? To Mohammed, who says, Flawless, I'm just tired of this takeover. Oh yeah, no, Eddie, get to your point that you was making in regards. So you were saying, say Leicester get relegated and we go sign Madison, we sign Tony, we sign a goalkeeper, let's say a competent goalkeeper. Go on, what was your thoughts? What was you gonna say?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say that's kind of the profile that we're looking at. Ready-made and just can join in action seamlessly. Like, especially if you're thinking about, I'd say, people who 3 years down the line can be what you want. We don't really have that kind of time frame. Especially with just the outlook and the type of profiles that are in there right now currently. Like, the whole project versus ready-made thing, like, it just leans more for me towards the ready-made situations. Like, I wouldn't even be mad at Benzema.
Oh, Benz would be a shout. Benz, imagine Benz and Tony.
Yeah.
And Tony's got his band.
It's, you could put like a slash Andor, you know? Because I know the ego in that joint will be crazy. The egos involved with that one would be crazy. So, so yeah, it's a sticky situation, but definitely the Colo thing, I'm not really too big about.
Yeah, I'm not, just because of the price point they're talking about. And in regards to Mohammed, he says, Flawless, I'm just tired of this takeover circumstances, but Jim Rat is broke and he won't clear the debt. Mohammed, just don't take everything that's being said and reported with a pinch of salt. That's what I do. Just wait, just be relaxed and just watch it play out. Stressing over it is not going to change anything. What's the serenity prayer? You know what I'm saying? Trying to remember it. 50 has it on one of his outros as well. God bless me with the wisdom, you know what I'm saying, to change the things I can, you know what I'm saying, accept the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's all it is, man. That's what it is. Serenity prayer, man. Serenity prayer. Legit. Live your life like that by people. Like I said in it, like, live your life by that. You know what I'm saying, understand what you can change. You know what I'm saying, accept what you can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Yep.
That's legit. That's why I'm just cool, calm, and collected. Am I happy about the thought of Jim Ratcliffe taking over? Absolutely not. But he's not taking over. So let's say Sheikh Jassim does take over. Let's say it is Sheikh Jassim. All that fretting over Jim Ratcliffe was for nothing. All the jokes on me. Let rival fans get their jokes off. Let them get their jokes off. Because nothing has happened yet. Zero has happened yet. So we're going to see. And just switching lanes. Abdi, what do you mean the 2 full episodes got leaked? Watch both an hour ago. Where? Can't just drop this information. Where did you watch those 2 episodes? Because I will watch those 2 episodes immediately after the show. So Where did them 2 episodes of Power get leaked? You can't just be saying this and then dipping. Let man know. I'm saying, look, even Eddie's like, yo, what's going on? Let me know. I'm watching that tonight if that's the case. I ain't waiting 2 weeks. I'm so invested. I need to know what happens. 100%. But yeah, over 75 of you lot now in the building. Big up. Only at 26 likes though. Hey, let's bump up these likes, man. Likes is way too low. Get us up to 40 likes, people. Let's get up to 40 likes, people. It is. Yo, Camille, no spoilers, man. What's wrong with you? Yeah, send me the website on Twitter. Hey, no spoilers. I will block people. What's wrong with you?
Hilarious.
No spoilers, man. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we're talking about no home training.
Man, no home training. Don't spoil it. You hear us talking about it, man. No spoilers. Yeah, Abdi. Send it to me on Twitter. If I'm not following you, I'll follow you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's on YouTube. Why would you spoil it? See what I'm saying about people? Why would you do that?
Listen, man.
Jacob, don't worry about it, man. You know what I'm saying? You missed it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
What's wrong with man, yo? No spoil it. Wait, it's on YouTube. Yeah, Abdi, what's your at on Twitter? I'll follow you right now. United for Life says, do you seriously think some guy named Jim can beat them? Or is Jim hired by the Glazers to be the imaginary competitor to squeeze hundreds of millions from the unlimited Qatari pockets? No, I wouldn't go that far because Jim Ratcliffe actually, like, he owns another football club.
It depends, man. I'm gonna be real. Because that happens in business all the time, right? I've seen it happen one too many times where you think you're operating in good faith. But
Camille, shut up before you go. Camille, shut up, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no more information from you.
Don't get blocked. You know what you need to do? You need to make sure you leave a like and you subscribe.
Yeah, I'm timing him out, man. You going in timeout, man. You
go ahead and like and subscribe. Send the proof that you liked and subscribed at your timeout, and then maybe you can
go in timeout, man. What's wrong with man? Fuck's sake. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go on, carry on, fam. Sorry. Yeah, back to this.
No, it's just wait for it to happen. That's all I can tell you, people. Don't let it stress you out. Just wait for it to happen. And when it does, take it for what it is. We know what we need and we know what we don't need. And at this point, it's not in our control. It's nothing in our control in this situation. In this situation for y'all. So don't let it stress you out. I don't know. Go try and ruin another TV show. Don't ruin it. Don't waste your time.
Fuck, you know, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would you say that? Here, the Egypts. Why?
Oh man.
Why would you say that?
Oh, weak.
It's not true for. I'm literally on you because man, I'm saying it's on YouTube, innit? Hey, Abdi, let me know.
No, I see it. You know what happened? Because that's what I had to. When I was in the thick of Snowfall, I had to keep YouTube locked low key. Even when I go watch movies, like Marvel joints, I can't even watch on YouTube because I can't go on YouTube because somebody's gonna put a clip.
Yeah.
Brother, I'll tell you this right now. Funny ass story. I had made it the whole week, no spoilers, because there's a lot of Reddit channels that put spoilers out on Marvel and shit, right? And I made it the whole week. This is the last thing was Endgame. And I go on, I think somebody went live and I went on to check it right now. Tell me why the first thing I see on my homepage is Captain America with Thor's hammer. I saw Captain America with Thor's hammer just like
yeah, I went to see it. You know what? I went to see it the night it dropped, so I didn't get no spoilers on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't really trying to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Yo, Abdi, Abdi, you have the link. What's your Twitter account? I'm gonna follow you so you can DM me that link, you joke, man. I know we're just talking power here, people, but we got lives outside of football. But yeah, that's peak for you. You know what I'm saying? I was just looking there to see what's what. Yes, the LFC for the double. Power is that good. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I haven't seen power clips on YouTube too. So I'm guaranteeing it's out there. They got stuff out there.
Yeah, I'm just saying because Ahmed just messaged the chat and was like, "Yo, the Power Book 2 episode was crazy." I just put no spoilers. You know what I'm saying?
Ahmed,
Right, Abdi, I'm hitting you up right now. Yeah, Ahmed just said it was
of course
crazy.
he did. Of
Yeah,
course he
yeah, yeah.
did.
So that's why he didn't actually say anything, but I just put no spoilers because I know what he's like. You know what I'm saying?
They better not put a finger on my baby Lauren. I'll tell you right now, I got problems. Y'all tried to get away with this first season. I almost didn't watch.
It is. Right, yo, Abdi, I'm following you back right now as we speak. DM me that, please. I just followed you back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, with great Stephanie G, you're a joker. With great power comes great responsibility. That's funny.
That's crazy.
That's good. Yo, sorry. That made me laugh, yo. You know what made me laugh? That's such a surfer joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Surfer
it
will make
is.
that
It
joke.
is.
That's definitely a surfer joke. Surfer is dad jokes. That's what it is. And to my right, but back to sport and football. Let's be real. No one knows what's going on with this takeover. Matthew, that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
And Eddie mentioned it at the top of the show that many of these publications and media outlets that are pumping out information about this don't know what's going on. Because I've heard one day it's Sheikh Jassim, the next is Jim Radcliffe. The next, there isn't a preferred bidder between the two. The Glazers are still assessing over. Then we heard today that Sheikh Jassim is going to make, reports came out, he's going to make a bid in the 11th hour and all these times. So we'll see. And there's still been nothing. There's still been nothing, people. Still. But yeah, he got timed out, Camille, the joke, man. You know what I'm saying? You joke, man. Moving off on that as well. I don't know where it is, but Jez mentioned it. Kim Min Jae. Like I said at the start of the show, Eddie, we've been linked heavily, especially recently. The links have got stronger with Kim Min Jae to Manchester United. Thoughts on that? Because he's got a release clause reported to be 45 million.
Pay it, get him in. Pay it, get him out. Yeah. Part of I'm keeping because he's pay it, get him in. Get two out.
You sold.
Get
All right, who's the
one
two
out.
you want out?
Pick. My eyes closed. Pick whoever.
So you're saying Maguire or Lindelof?
Yeah, I got a bag for you. Just pick whoever. What's the call? You remember using the elementary school joints, and they didn't want you to cheat the system, so they just said, "Yeah, stick your hand out, put it in the bag, pick one out."
Yeah,
man. These people don't deserve any grace like that.
Hey, Fez.
They should do them like they did. Because I just watched it back. They should do them like the Feds did Jamie on a Top Boy, just kicking the dough in right 4:00 in the morning, get him up out of here.
Yeah, they did Jamie crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
4:00 in the morning, get him out of here.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
that's what I got. I could care less. I could care less.
It's crazy.
I'm about this close. Let me tell you something too. I'm about this close. From leaving the congregation and turning atheist. And Fred puts in one more performance I can't defend. He got one more time to turn atheist. So I'm not even gonna be a part of the congregation. I'm going. I got nothing for any of them, bro. They could all be gone yesterday.
So mad. In regards to Kim Min Jae, over the moon about it. I'm saying I can't believe it. Murtaza was going on about Kim Min Jae from before the World Cup. He was talking about watch out for Kim Min Jae in the World Cup, Kim Min Jae, and his profile I like a lot. His profile fits the Premier League. He's pace and power within the Premier League. So I look at it and go, I like it. 45 billion as well as a steal. You know what I'm saying? And it's an absolute steal, like without question, without doubt. Yeah, go sign him. I'm with that. And also as well, it improves our centre-backs area. So you've got Martinez, you've got Varane. Now Kim Min Jae is good backup to Varane. I like Luke Shaw as backup to Martinez. That's a good quartet. And on top of not only signing Kim Min Jae, what these links deal with as well is it spells the end for Harry Maguire, which I like. Because he's already fifth choice now. So if we sign in Kim Min Jae, it's sixth choice. Get him out the door. And Stephanie G said it there. Imagine our new spine having Onana, Kim Min Jae, Rice, and Tony. Hey, I'm all for a new spine. Not in particular Rice, but I'm with
it'll take. And even with the Rice thing, like compared to now for the price tag he's gonna command, absolutely not, right? but it's like that's the type of thing that we need to be looking at, like a new midfield makeup. Um, how why Bruno has to still be around is a mystery to me. But I'm
Mhm.
that they'll take that type of reset.
Yeah, so I'm with the Kim Min Jae, and to you, Uncle Rods, as well. I'm not handling you like a pagan. Like, man, legit just forgot. I'm saying I don't like this energy though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what it is. Like, legit, man forgot to message you back, which I did. Like, I'd be very busy. Like, that's what it is. There's no
Yeah, he
disrespect. So
would hate me. He would
there's
hate me.
there's no need to be like, oh, handling like a pagan. Like, I no disrespect, my guy. I don't know you like that.
Oh
Like, that's
man.
all it is. There's no disrespect. There's no need to be coming at me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't no disrespect because I forgot to message you back. I'll be busy doing mad shows and doing mad business as you are. You run a channel. So there's no need for all of this. This is all extra stuff. No need for any of this. But we move. But yeah, in regards to Kim Min Jae, like I said, just that it's a no-brainer. I can't believe
Hmm.
Manchester United are actually moving smart, but it also lets me know that Ten Hag is further trying to improve us defensively and sees centre backs as a problem area in terms of overall people, in terms of overall,
Hmm.
not just what's the word I'm looking for? Not just first team. He's thinking squad because you have Martinez, you have Varane, you have Kim Min Jae. One of those three is, let's say we do sign Kim Min Jae. Let's say hypothetically that happens, people. One of
Yeah.
those is missing out. So now all of a sudden the bench looks stronger. So let's say it is Martinez and Varane and Kim Min Jae's on the bench. That's a great centre back to have on the bench. And then you have Luke Shaw. All of a sudden you have, like I said, a solid quartet. And that
Hmm.
should be everywhere over the pitch. The fullback area should be the same. Let's say Manchester United go sign a left back and go and sign a right back. Then you've got the new left back Malacia. You have the new right back and Wan-Bissaka. All of a sudden the defense looks great. All of a sudden the defense looks great.
And
And this should be the same in midfield. Go on, carry on, fam.
the thing is, like, only Bisaka can stay because he actually offers something that you're not going to find in a whole bunch of people if you go out there in the market.
Mm.
Everybody else, huh, please, please.
And the Warrior J, who says, Flawless, did you watch Kim Min Jae at the World Cup or somewhere else? Now, I watched him in the World Cup, but I remember Murtaza talking about him before the World Cup. And then I seen him in the World Cup, and I was like, if I remember correctly, how many games did I watch? I swear. Because he played World Cup matches, right? Let me know in the chat.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
swear I seen him play in the World Cup. Yeah. So it's like, sorry, people. You know what I'm saying? What's it called? My memory's not the greatest. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching so much football. So much went on within the World Cup. So yeah, with Kim Min Jae, yeah, I only watched him at the World Cup. That was legit it. I have not watched him detail, but like I said, I like his profile. Man's pace and power. One more is good on the ball. What's more to be said? And he's a cheap price. What more is to be said? He looks like a great fit for the Premier League. Also, we add some height to the team as well. We got a small team, so he adds to us both offensively and defensively from set pieces. I don't know how many goals he
Mm,
scored. I don't know if he's a threat from set
mm.
pieces for Napoli, like in the opposition box, but I know defensively he'll help us out as well. Yeah. All right, fair enough. Hey, Rods, I didn't know what it was because I'm seeing you in the chat. Yeah. Obviously, man's reading it, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But big up anyway. Large
What are
up
you saying?
anyway. He said, nah, it's cool. He said he's joking. All right, fair enough. You say you're joking, fair enough. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't look
Fair enough.
like it. It looked like you
Fair enough.
usually put like an LOL. You put something over
Yeah,
there.
I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And that. Like, that's what it was. I'm only reading the message. That's all it is. So
Yeah.
that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just cool off. But if you were joking, fair enough. I'll take your word for it and say you were joking. That being said, there's still
Mm.
over 80 of you lot in the building. 85, only at 33 likes. Get us up to 50 likes, people. Get us up to 50 likes. You know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe button as well. We're only looking for 5 new subscribers, people. 5 new subscribers. 4 more, actually, because we're at 6,426. So 6,430 is the next aim as well. Continue to get your questions in. But yeah, we're sold on Kim Min Jae. That's what I'd say. What do you think of the Anderlecht keeper, Bart V, 20 years old? Do you know anything about him? Nothing about him. Never heard of him, X. Never heard of him whatsoever. Never heard of him. Let's see. Oh, breaking news. Apparently, Sheikh Jassim we'll have a video conference direct with the Glazers. Hopefully that's a good thing. Hey, Matthew, and to everyone else, when you write things like this, and I appreciate you lot because you lot keep us in the know, can you put the sauce, please? Put the sauce. Let us know where you got this from, Matthew. I know you, Matthew, so I know you're not just writing this because you've been here often enough. But yeah, man, let man know. Please let man know. Oh, crazy. Is that what Nuno said? Mazo. Sorry, I'm just reading extras in the chat. Mazo. Never mind, fam. Ignore me. I'm saying never mind. Hey, big up you lot in the chat, though. You know what I'm saying in that. Yeah. Where else we are? Let's go to this. Because this is another thing that's in the title. How much will the Rashford absence affect us tomorrow?
Now, my honest answer?
Yeah, fam, of course.
I don't know. I really don't know. Because I'll be honest. Like, I haven't seen. I didn't even know he was playing like the last 2 to 3 games. So it's like him not being there. What's that really doing? Like, what are we talking about? This isn't the one a month ago, people. This is the one who's acting right now. I haven't seen enough to be swayed either way. Like I legit said last week, everybody can be replaced in that start. Like, so whoever comes, do a job. You're a professional, do a job. Like, that's what it is for me.
Yeah. How much will it affect us? It will affect us because of what Rashford offers. And if Garnacho, because I was going to get to that because Neil Gunnar mentioned it, but Garnacho is fit, so Garnacho offers that as well. That direct pace, that direct running in behind, Garnacho gives you that. We don't really have anyone else who does that. And that's not really Anthony's game. Sancho's not quick like that. So he's legit the only one, but Garnacho is back fit. So it affects us, yes, but I still think we win the game. With or without Rashford, I think we win this game. So that's what it is. Like Eddie said, he's not even been in good form to the point where we can even be like, and that's not just on him. Maybe he is carrying a knock, maybe he's not, but maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But if you're on the pitch, I'm judging you on the pitch. If you're not fully fit to perform to a high level, dip. Simple as that. You're not fully fit, you can bounce. You know what I'm saying? And you can dip. Not dip, but like you shouldn't be on the pitch is what I'm saying. So when I say dip, like go to the bench, not like you need to get out of the club or anything like that. Score 2-0, Neil Gunnar. I'm saying 2-0. I still think United win.
I'll go 1-1.
And what is the actual injury, people? Let me know in the chat the injury. To DJ Mancuni, who says, should we accept that Jim Ratcliffe will be the new owner? No, we shouldn't just accept it because it's not happened yet. When it happens, that's when you accept it. That's when you accept it. So is it Martial, Sancho, Bruno, Anthony tomorrow? Has to be those 4. I don't think Weghorst plays. Garnacho's not fully fit. So it has to be, that has to be the front 4. Sancho from the left, Anthony from the right, Bruno in the 10, Martial up top. Yeah, maybe could. Yeah, go on, fam.
Yeah, I might leave one of them on the bench and just put
who you playing?
Andro. I'll put Andro somewhere because the speed of it is not the speed of it. The speed of it is the problem for me.
Yeah. Bear in mind he hasn't. He hasn't. What's it called? He hasn't. Yeah. Bear in mind he hasn't. What's it called?
He hasn't been there for a little bit. That's fair to say. I'm just like at this point. I don't like, like I said, I don't care. I just don't. Whoever's been there, I don't want to see there. Like if you've been where you're at for a long time, you need to be a part of that change. So that's where I'm at with it. I just, bro, it just gets tiresome of seeing the same thing over and over and over and over again, to the point where, hey man, if you need like. For me, your ramp up got to be 3 days. It's desperate time. It's a desperate time right now. I'm cool, man. I'm could care less, man. I'm telling you, I'm so done with it. I'm so done with them.
Yeah, I'm just seeing Matthew just sent me. Big up to Matthew as well. He just sent me like the actual tweet as well. So I'm not sure how reliable it is, but yeah, saying Sheikh Jassim will have a video conference with the Glazers. This will be a direct video call from himself towards the Glazer family. Who knows if this is true or not, people? There's going to be a lot of this.
Yeah,
Going to be a
man.
hell of a lot of this. Hell of a lot of this. Let me see what else you lot are saying as well in the
Stephanie,
chat. Hey,
absolutely.
go on, fam. Get to it.
Stephanie,
Go on, fam.
absolutely. I'd play him first.
You play who? Who?
Sabitzer. I play him.
Oh, so go
Absolutely.
on. Give us your team. What's your 11? Give us the 11.
What's this gonna be? The Saka, Varane if he can, Shaw. I'd honestly put, because I need pace. I would put. No, I can't do. I'll put Delo at left. Garnacho, Anthony, and the other Anthony to fill out the front three. Casemiro, Eriksen, Sabitzer.
Give us the front four again. Give us the front four again.
Both the Anthonys.
Mm-hmm. So Anthony and then obviously
and
Martial.
Garnacho.
Mm-hmm.
Then Eriksen in the 10. Yeah, that would probably be Eriksen in the 10.
All right, Fez. I'm saying, Fez.
Shout out Jez. I see you out there, my guy.
And yeah, bludge up Jez every single time you're saying they should use the StreamYard link for the video call. That's jokes. Flawless, I reckon United watch your streams, as today we've also been linked with Onana. Which Onana? The Everton one or the Inter Milan goalkeeper? I'm guessing though by this, you're talking about the Everton one. But we're going to get linked with everyone. But would I take him? Yes.
Absolutely.
110%.
We need that.
110%.
That's like a McTominay 2.0.
He's an improvement. Good backup to Casemiro, improvement.
Yep.
And we won't get bullied in there. And he adds both offensively from set pieces, both defensively and offensively as well. And he's decent on the ball and he won't cost a lot. You know what I'm saying? And he can improve as well. I'm saying it's not like he's 29th day and he's like coming to a close or he's tailing off. He could get better as well. And Flawless, quick question. Would you sell or keep Lindelof? If you've already answered, that's my bad. If I'm keeping him, it's as a fifth. He's fifth choice. Behind, let's say we sign Kim Min-jae. So you got Kim Min-jae, you got Varane, you got Martinez, you got Shaw. If he's number 5, I have no issues because Lindelof has impressed me recently. He's actually played well. He's 5 at most. But if I got a good offer for him, like he's fifth choice for a reason. He's fifth choice for a reason. Just says, Eddie, thoughts on top 4 if you don't beat Wolves?
There are a bunch of jokers who let it slip to the worst group of people you can let something like that slip to. There's nothing worse than a Liverpool fan who has the bare minimum to sell as a successful season. Nothing worse than that. Like I've yet to see a team really celebrate second place the way that they do. So could you only imagine what it'd be in their worst ever season getting 4th place? I don't need any parts of that.
Yeah, that's a very, very valid point. Trying to class it as some of their fans would try to class it as a successful season.
I'm convinced all of them. I'm convinced all of them because I watch it and I read the way they speak of their players and I'm like, really? Like it's been a while, but you remember this whole Henderson world class conversation?
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous, fam. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh man, let's first off. Well, shout out to my guy Kaneki, real one on the college. I'm a big fan. Let's just take in LaBille season, people. They said my man was done. They said my man was done. Yeah. And you know the unfortunate thing is, I'm supposed to live in a world where I see Casemiro play and not see Pogba in front of him. What am I to do? How am I supposed to live? Like, how am I supposed to watch this? With the sleeve on, that sleeve that they hated, just cook it. I'm supposed to, hey. He's not United through and through. That's what they said. That's what they said. But now, hey man, you got Sabitzer, right? We're cooking with Sabitzer. Hey, that's what they wanted. I wasn't booing. I wasn't. Yeah, thank you, Jess. He had the privilege of playing with Bruno. Bruno's better.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. That's wild. That's
Hey
wild.
man,
That's wild. That is wild.
Glazers. Some of y'all are more Glazers than you actually think. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Some of y'all are actually more Glazers than you actually think. But who are we, Floss? We don't think Bruno's a good player. So what do we know? Well, what do we know? Well, we're just out here talking to talk, So
That's a privilege. Stephanie says, "Would you play?" I know you kind of touched on this, but would you play Sabitzer instead of Bruno? At this point, it's like, would I go Sabitzer, Ericsson, Casemiro? And like, I'm tired of them all. Anyone can get dropped. So what I probably play Bruno
took
because
the
this.
words out my mouth, dog.
Yeah. Like I could drop, but this is the type of game Bruno will turn up in. I can see Bruno performing well and performing to
We
his
need him
level.
to score. We need him to score.
I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening. And then the chat on that Monday and the watch a lot see this is why Bruno's cold and relative, forgetting his 2 piss poor performances previously because he's been good today. But I can see him doing that.
ACGI. Coach used to put it in acronyms so everybody got the message. Anybody can get it.
Yeah.
When you put out a when
CGI.
Listen, Coach say all the time. He put it, but he said it first. Like, I'll tell a quick story because I used to hoop a lot in high school. So we had a game. Where we won, but we played terrible. We played terrible. We squeaked it. I was like a 4-point win. Somebody hit free throws to close it out. Had no business winning the game. We came through. We just turning up in the windows. Coach went on the board. So, quiet down. He didn't even yell. He didn't say nothing. He just quiet down. He put ACGI, and he said, "Okay, y'all put up that performance like that. Next game, I'm gonna put this up again and tell y'all what it really means. We playing a team that we supposed to beat by like 15 at they place though, so it's gonna get sticky. Like it was one of them places. They got the street lamps. They don't got regular lamps. They got the street lamps. Like this is one of them gyms, and we get smoked by 20. But not only did we get smoked, we got punked. So we come in the locker room. He puts it back on the thing, right? He puts ACGI. He's like, y'all guess what this means? Y'all guess? Anybody can get it.
I like that, yo.
Anybody can get it. What does that mean? We had a whole new starting five the next game. We had brothers who hadn't played in weeks starting because the starters had been on some foolishness. And then the bench players, you thought you'd get the game. The bench players got in the game before we did, bro. So that's what I say. The CGI, ACGI, like anybody can get it. I don't care. I got no favorites. No favorites.
ACGI. I like that. I'm gonna use that, man.
That's
ACGI.
Anybody can get it. That's how it is, bro.
ACGI, man. ACGI. Anybody can get it. That's fire. That is fire. I like that a lot.
That was it,
I'm gonna definitely start running with that.
Yeah, so nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. And so I said 1-0. I'm sticking with that. And honestly, if you want to, but here's the thing. I would say go Sabitzer, Fred, Casemiro, but then I realized that like in football, you actually have to pass the ball. You can't just run with it. You can't just run in circles, too much. You have to pass to your teammates. So I'm just saying we'll give out some souvenirs if that's our 3 in midfield. We're giving out souvenirs. So it's a tough decision, man. I don't know. I don't know who you go to, man. I really don't.
Yeah, for real. Like ACGI, man. Anybody can get it. Anybody can be dropped, man. Abdi says, "Would you drop Ericsson for tomorrow?" No, I'd personally play Ericsson, but if Eddie or you, Abdi, or someone in the chat comes up with a different, I'm not fighting for anybody to stay in the 11. So I hear it all. I'd personally would go with, obviously the hair and goal. I'd go Malacia, Shaw, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, Ericsson, Bruno, Anthony, Sancho, Martial. That would be my 11. But I'm not fighting for any of those 11 to start, in particular after those last two performances. Away at West Ham, and then before that, away at Brighton as well. I'm not really trying to do that. Yeah, Mohammed. Yeah. That's just foolishness. Did you see a Manchester City fan saying they want to win the FA Cup rather than the Champions League because they're playing United? Yeah, that's just foolish. That's when you take rivalry too far. How have you never seen your team win a Champions League? Well, because it's Manchester United in the FA Cup final, you would rather no. Go win the Champions League. Go win the Champions League, man. Like, what is going on? That's crazy. What I'm saying in that, it's crazy.
PTSD.
I just said this, not football related. You're closing it out today. I was the dog having the last laugh. That's to you. Obviously, for those that don't know, Lakers Warriors game 6. Lakers Warriors game 6. There will be a watch along on the Twitch as well, people.
Let me tell you. I don't know. No, let me not make no damn dog jokes because that might get the channel definitely banned. But yeah, we gonna close it out. I think we should be
okay.
We should be straight. I think
carry on, fam. 1 second.
Yeah, I think we got enough to really get the job done. I don't think it should come down to Chuma. I think we're just a better team at this point. At this point in the city, I think we are a better team when we bring the right type of energy. I think we're deeper at the guard level, at the wing level. I think what hurts us is just the fact that they can shoot the three as well as they do. But I think, we will defend better, we'll rebound better, we won't turn the ball over as much. I think we'll be good. Jez, I have no comment. I would go for Fred and Casemiro to offer more physicality and energy in the middle. No, yeah, that's I think who my pairings would be, definitely. The question is, what does it look like off the in front of them? That's the question. What does it look like on in the front end? So yeah, that's what I would go Fred and Casemiro just because I like their partnership and I like the level of physicality that will definitely be there. But again, the question becomes, what's in front of them? Like, the unfortunate thing with Eriksen is his body doesn't hold up. So it's like he can only play at a certain high level for so long. So yeah, it's weird.
No, first. To DJ Makuni, who says I go for Fred and Casemiro to offer more physicality and energy in the midfield. Like I say, I'm saying ACGI, man. Like anybody can get it. So I'm really not. I hear the Fred Casemiro shout. I hear any combination of midfield, whether it's a pivot, whether it's a free, whoever. And to X, who says you think us not having a game midweek for the first time in a long time will make a difference in the performance level. I really hope we perform well plus win. It has a factor, but do I think it will? No, I don't think it will make that much of a major difference because we've put in good performances playing midweek games in the Premier League. We played back to back, like in particular Everton and Brentford. That was 2 good performances. We put in a good performance away at Forest. I believe that was it in between? Yeah, I think it was in between the Sevilla games. So I don't think it has any impact. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it has any impact personally. Like, not any impact. That's too far. I think people over exaggerate the impact it has. That's what I'd say. I think it has a little bit of an impact. But as soon as Manchester United are playing 2 games in a week and we perform poorly, it's because the players are tired. But what happens when we play well? Kind of like West Ham. West Ham are playing 2 games a week. How come they look fine? They beat us. They drew against Arsenal. They gave Liverpool a game, all playing 2 so that's why I don't really hear the two games in a week and tiredness.
It's a funny conversation. It's a funny conversation. And the funniest part of it is, hopefully West Ham can continue to have more European heritage than Arsenal. Shout out to Moisey. But, I just hate the excuses. Simply put, I hate the excuses that we're finding for these players when really there's no need for excuses because they're not good enough for our saving. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Don't save any of them. Don't defend any of them, people. You deserve way better. You say it every time. There's legit only 3 players who are United standard. Casemiro, Varane, Martinez. Everybody else would be on our bench. Relative to what we used to buy, again, for you people who are CR7 stands, CR7 had to fight for his position. He had to earn it. This is early days CR7. This isn't just some. He had to earn it. So people to act like us dropping a player is such a big deal. And now I'm reading stories that the Norwegian judge is coming back to the theater, bro, and I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, that he's coming back. I did hear that.
Somehow he's gonna infect this, bro. But we'll be strong enough. Ten Hag got a mentality for it. We'll be strong enough to fight his tactics. But like, why are you even showing up, man? Just go away, man.
Yeah, fan money was to watch the game. You should have own, innit? Like fair dues. To DJ Mike,
you're a better man than me. You're a better man than me. I wouldn't even show him to a seat. I was like, damn, bro. You know what's crazy? I think you got those fake tickets. You got to go outside of the box office, go talk to them, maybe they can get you something else.
It's all mad. You can drop Bruno deeper to control the game from behind. DJ, I don't think that's his strong suit. I think Bruno, I don't think that's his strong suit.
Control is not his game.
Yeah, when you're saying Eriksen's levels dropped a lot, even with the ball, and we all know his limits off the ball. That is true. But everybody's, everybody's level has, like, that's not just him. You're not wrong here in what you're saying. Like, Eriksen has dropped off. Everyone has. That's why I'm not fighting to say who should or shouldn't be starting. I'm not. Hector Smith, we all know that Eriksen is no longer at the level required for Manchester United. He's a good squad player. I've said this. We need to upgrade on him. I'm a big fan of his. Don't get mistaken. Big fan of Christian Eriksen. But we need an improvement on him. Absolutely. He could be a good squad player, though.
Yeah, he's a great, that's what he's for.
Hey, Jacob, when we're fixing the leaks up, when we get new ownership, the Glazers ain't going to do that on their way out.
That's it.
When we get new ownership. That's when
we'll even that one's a stretch, because if it's Sir Jim might take some printer paper and try and fix it that way. He might just get, I don't know, he might just go ahead, get some Play-Doh to plug up the holes. You never know what that do, man. You need a whole new infrastructure. That's what we need. And if you're not putting that money up, we'll continue to be like this, because this is what people fail to understand. United is not terrible because of the talent on the pitch. That's a part of it. We're terrible because our infrastructure is terrible. The way we recruit, the way we handle business, the amenities, the stadium, all that reeks of a culture that sets you up to fail. When you look at, I'll use Spurs for an example, right? The infrastructure is there. World-class facilities, world-class pitch, funds. The problem is the people who are making the decisions, right? Agents, actors, infrastructure. It's those 3 things. It's like that's how you do it in politics, right? You look at who are the individual actors and agents. What's the infrastructure for those people to work in? That's how institutions are supposed to. That's how you're supposed to kind of measure how productive institutions are. And if one is lacking and the other's up, you can find that average level. If they're both at the bottom, you're going to be at the bottom. If they're both at the top, however, that's when you start to operate at a peak. So, it's like, again, we had people, and we had a Gill. Even we had the Glaze. I think Gill was on his way out, of course, but
Gill left.
We had Sir Alex.
Them two left at the same time.
We had a network. We had people there. And the thing was, I knew, like, if you look at even the Glazers on their NFL team, they had one of the worst locker rooms in the actual NFL. Like, it is what it is. Then when they built their stadium from tax dollars. That's how you know how broke some of these owners are, how greedy and penny pinch some of these owners are. The owners that are ballers, they built the thing and they say, hey, this is all me. You know what that means? I get that money on the front and on the back end. The city don't touch anything I got going on. The Glazers, now all the concessions that they make, a part of those proceeds go to pay back the state of Florida, specifically the county that they're located in. So it's one of those situations where you start to see the little things tell you a whole lot. The little things tell you a whole lot about the big picture, right? And that's where we are with something like a leaky roof. How do you have a leaky roof in an actual prem? Like we be playing in community centers. They don't got leaky roofs.
Facts.
But OT,
man could go to a local sports hall near me, and the roof is fine. How's the roof leaking? Absolutely outrageous. It is. Hey, you lot, get your final few questions in, people. Get your final few questions in before we close out. We have touched on it in this show. 3 a.m. We'll be live on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, people. 3 a.m. live on the Twitch for the LA Lakers Golden State Warriors Game 6. Obviously, the Lakers looking to close out the series on their home floor. The Warriors looking to take it to a Game 7 as well. Yeah, we've spoken on Sheikh, Jassim, Jim Ratcliffe, Kim Min Jae, Rashford injured, Wolves up next. To DJ Mancunian says in sports science you need at least 48 hours to start the cycle of the physical recuperation, so maybe your levels dropped due to physical issues. I'm trying to be positive, maybe, but like I said, we've seen Manchester United perform well back to back,
right?
We've seen other sides do it as well, but yeah, go on.
It's here's the thing, right? Even with that, we have a squad that should not be playing. Like, even with that being the case, and I'm with you completely, Mancunian, when it comes to the sports science of it, because that's why I believe Martinez got injured, and that's why I think Moran got injured, just the wear and tear of them having to play week in, week out caught up to them. So I'm with you there. But for the performances that we're putting on display, that's a totally other conversation for me, right? Because I think we have enough to not have De Gea spill into the goal. I think we have enough to not have Luke Shaw try and do the Humpty dance or whatever the hell he was trying to do, jumping jacks in the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we have enough for that not to be the case. And when you look at those two results, if we just get a point out of those two, we're in a much better position, right? Yes. And so that's my thing.
Imagine give us 2 points, which we should have got because we lost because of 2 mistakes. Out fucking rages, man. Just giving away the game.
That's what it is, bro.
Fucking annoying, fam. You know what I'm saying? Just giving away the game. Oh yeah, because Varane being back as well. Would you start Varane or stick with Shaw and Lindelof? I'd stick with Shaw and Lindelof, but I'd give Varane minutes off the bench.
I'd probably start him, and then take him off. Yeah.
So you go with Shaw and Varane?
Yeah, I'm going like 60 minutes to kind of keep them them from thinking they have a shot. Because I think with Shaw needs, and like, he's one of the players. He needs an adult in the room. Point blank period. He needs an adult in the room. Like, he needs somebody to kind of gauge him for where he should and shouldn't be going. So I think we play better at home. That's the last time we won was at home, correct? I think so, against Aston Villa.
Aston Villa, yeah, because we've been on the road. Spurs, West Ham, Brighton.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
I'm with you on that. I prefer Varane off the bench, but if he starts Varane, cool. As long as like we get some form of minutes, I'm with it. A man says we didn't rotate. That's our problem. Maybe Ten Hag does not trust the other players. We know that he doesn't trust the other players. And rotate and play who? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't rotate. Rotate who?
That's the other thing.
I think we give these players too much of a let off. I don't think it was a rotation issue. Because if we rotate, do we get them results we got? Probably not. Are we in the FA Cup final if we rotate? Do we win the Carabao Cup? Did we rotate? We're still in a position of strength within the Premier League. Yes, it's gone tits up currently because the form's been poor, but we are a point clear of Liverpool with a game in hand. So I don't think those 3 things will happen if we rotate because the team is not good enough. Bear in mind, I don't think the first teamers are good. Never mind the guys off the bench. Who are we playing? Lindelof, Maguire,
Sheesh,
Fred, Sabitzer. McTominay,
I don't
Donny,
care.
but he's
I don't
fit.
care where Maguire goes. He just like
Yeah,
that's the
like
one.
Palestri, Ganacho's young, Palestri's unknown. Veghorst we know is not good enough. Who are we rotating? I understand why he played that strong team for the majority. It's
Yeah.
not a rotation thing. To me, I don't think
Nope.
that's our issue whatsoever. And it's worked out. We've had a successful season, people. Yes, it could come to a disappointing end. But one, we've had a successful season. Two, we've had a good season. But if we do drop out of the top four and we don't win the FA Cup, it's a good season, a successful season with a very disappointing end. But on the flip side, if we finish top four and win the FA Cup, then what? Then it's a great season. And we're not having these conversations. If we get a domestic double and top four, that's a very, very good season. That's a great season. And 2 out of the 4 trophies, well, 2 out of 3. Yeah, man.
And
Like
we
the
beat
level's
City.
dropped.
What? And we beat like. I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be honest. Us getting 2 trophies I wouldn't even care about top 4. That's the only way they get on my good side if they somehow fumble this top 4 situation. They'd have to bring the 2 trophies. Doing like somewhat of a domestic double when the last time we could say we've done something like that was 2017, I think it was. Was that
Yeah, when we
the
won the
ring? Yeah,
Europa
yeah.
League and the League Cup.
And
Yeah.
it would mean much more to me because at the same time you're stopping any idea of the city treble. And that would be on us to do. So yeah, man, I think that's one of those things I can look at like, yeah, my glory would be found there, but I'm just not for us losing these games. That's it. I just don't see why we should be accepting that at all. That's the other part too.
100%. And Warrior Jason, Flawless and Eddie, are you worried about mistakes coming out tomorrow, even though it's a home game? No, because our home form's been so good. I have no. It lessens my concerns about us dropping points. Plus, Wolves aren't playing for anything on top of that. If we were playing a team fighting for a title, chasing us down in top 4, fighting for a European place, or trying to stay in the league because they're battling relegation, I'd be much more concerned. But because of our home form, 1, 2, adding Varane being back, 3, Wolves not playing for anything, I think we'll have enough to get past them. 110%. And the players will be up for it. And normally we have bounced back because losing to Brighton and West Ham back-to-back is the first time we've lost back-to-back games since the opening day of the season. So I'm expecting a response. Plus, Old Trafford going to be rocking as well. Old Trafford is going to be jumping because people know how important the game is. So I'm expecting us to come flying out the traps and put Wolves not to the sword, but rush them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. So I'm not really worried about mistakes. No. What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I think you can only play. We can only play this bad for so long. I think it's going to take a turn. I think this is the week 2 because in addition, Wolves they sit deep a lot, and normally we struggle with the teams who like to play football. That's what I've seen. Like besides the De Gea situation, West Ham wasn't really like that until our second half, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing happened. But I think it's just that crowd energy. I think it's just that level of enthusiasm that's going to be behind them is enough to get the job done.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like if we were away from home, much more concerned, people. Much more concerned if we was away from home. Black Diamond says our 2 star boys who got new contracts. Who got new contracts? Who got new contracts?
I hope he's not making a joke.
I think he's running bands, but I don't know who he's talking about in regards to the new contract. Has De Gea signed his new deal yet?
I can't even.
I know Shaw has. Has De Gea signed his new deal?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I have no. Because Dendade and I talked through IG, and yeah, I'm kind of of the mindset like, if you don't get this De Gea brother out of here, I don't know what to think about anything you said anything you've done the past. Because you to be real, you had a shorter leash for Ronaldo, who granted was kicking up dust. But in Ronaldo's defense, he wasn't the reason we're losing games. De Gea is generally the reason that we're losing games. his mistakes are actually leading to goals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ronaldo was like, the culture needs to be reset. Woo, woo, woo. When you said, okay, in an interview, okay,
Mm.
it was real easy for you. You're losing matches because of this, brother. And you have a summer to find somebody to replace him, and you decide to keep him. I have
That's
to,
why I'm looking at it and going in the summer. We have been linked heavily with goalkeepers. So
yeah,
that's why I'm waiting on. Even if he
pull the
signs a new
trigger.
deal, if we sign a new goalkeeper, even though I want him, I didn't want us to sign, I don't want him to sign a new contract. If we sign a new
Yeah.
goalkeeper, let's say it is a rail, I'll just use him as an example. That lets me know, okay, that's an area you're trying to improve on. That's why I'm sitting back and waiting to see. But do I like the fact he could sign a new deal? No. I don't like the fact
Mm.
he should be moved on. He should be sold. Matthew says, what do you think about Dwight York going in on Ten Hag? I didn't see any of this when Ollie was in charge. Matthew, you answered your own. You answered, well, not answered, but you didn't ask a question. But the latter part of that sentence tells you about the former. Like, I don't know exactly what Dwight York said, but yeah, silent when his boy Ollie wasn't doing well. But I think he said something about Ten Hag's lost more games. All right, cool.
He's
Fairs.
also won more games than I'm pretty sure Ollie has in a while, had it in a while. Like,
Yep. And he won a trophy.
biggest
Let's not
part.
forget that.
Hello.
And he won a trophy. People say, oh, it's only the Carabao Cup. So how come Ollie couldn't win the Carabao Cup then? How come Ollie couldn't get us to an FA Cup final? Two things Ten Hag's done already. What we doing here? What we doing? Some DJ Mancunian says, Flawless and Eddie. My bad, DJ. I have to call you that because I can't pronounce your first name. Says, Flawless and Eddie, what's your guts tell you about the takeover, honestly? That Sheikh Jassim gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like,
Sheikh Jassim, simply because he's the richer one. So I'm just looking at it. Literally, that's my thought process on it. Gut feeling tells me the guy who has more money is gonna win the bidding war. Right? Yeah, go on, fam.
yeah, I'm on the same boat. I'm on the same boat. I don't see why, if you're the Glazers, and especially if he's coming with the price tag that he's gonna come with, like if he comes with that 6 to 7 and you bought it for 200 million, what good are some shares at that point? What good are some shares at that point? Because you have to pay off that debt as well, right? Jim ain't gonna do that. Jim don't got the funds to do that. This guy's gonna give you more. You're gonna be that top percent, that like the hop that they make in profile off of that influx of cash. Like, yo, 7 billion, fam, or six, whatever was 6 billion. Like, what? It's a different kind of wealth. It's like, yeah, you start, man, the whole time you could buy yourself a country. You play around, buy yourself a little country off the coast. You got a whole country at your fingertips with that kind of money. I'm not even gonna cap to you, bro. Like, I think at the end of the day, he'll make him that offer they can't refuse. I think he's been trying to play hardball, but now this is how they try to play their hardball. And that's the thing, man, Cunian, on that De Gea part. Like, I wanted to leave that part out of the game so bad with him because he was doing goalkeeper things. And I think the issue is that it's just a different game, right? Like, where we used to give the credit to goalkeepers for how they used to just stop shots. But now when you have a guy like Ederson who can change the game on a just switch of the foot,
Yes.
how you rate and analyze these goalkeepers have to change with the time. So there's enough goalkeepers out there who can do what De Gea is doing plus more. Honestly, one that I did like is that Moroccan goalkeeper. I don't know his name, but
Let us know in the chat, people. The
if
chat will
you
know.
know who the goalkeeper was for Morocco, I thought he was pretty decent.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. And to Robert, yeah, I can see this happening. Rain Group just pumping up the price by spreading rumors. That could also be a factor. I'm saying that would not shock me if that was the case. If the Glazers were like, all right, let's just put out some PR to pump up the price. Like, of course. And we know they're crooks. We know they're money grabbing crooks. Like, we all know this. So that would not shock me or surprise me in the slightest. I think we've actually covered everything. We're at 49 likes though. Let's, before we close out, get up to 50 likes, people. We're only looking for one more like, people, and hit the subscribe button as well. We did go over the initial subscriber mark, so continue to hit the subscribe button, whether you're watching live right now or watching this back after the live as well. I'm saying he's called Bono.
Yeah, he was the keeper for Sevilla. That's where yeah.
Only was good for a defensive team in the World Cup, but not an attacking team. But he was great at shot stopping in the World Cup for Morocco and for Sevilla. I can't remember him. I'm not gonna lie.
No, yeah, that was Morocco had a great defense in front of him. Again, because here's my thing with Ten Hag style of play. I just have to wait and see, man. Because
that's why it's not all doom and it's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah,
De Gea signing a new deal is definitely not all doom and gloom, and I'm someone
because we couldn't sell him. We couldn't sell him on the wages he was already making. That's what people don't understand. Like, he was legit the highest paid goalkeeper. I think it was the highest paid goalkeeper in the world. And no team was going to. No team was going to.
No team was going to pay those prices. So what we could have done is sell him and then sell off some of his wages, buy him out. If we really wanted to move him on, if he was going to move like a serious club. But yeah, don't get me wrong, people. I'm against the Gea signing a new deal. However, it's not all doom and gloom. I'm looking at the summer. Do we sign a goalkeeper? If we go and sign a Ray, or I'll just keep using him as the example, then I'll be like, all right. That means you could potentially be on the bench. Now, if we go sign a goalkeeper who we've never heard of for 2 million, then I know that we're not serious. And I'm Ten Hag, that's on you. That's on you. If you have De Gea as our starting number one next season with no competition, that is on Eric Ten Hag. And when De Gea makes mistakes and we can't play a certain way, yes, I will criticize De Gea, but I'll also criticize Ten Hag. You've been here a season now. So you know what players you want, what players you don't, what you have a general gist of the level of where players are. So that's on you. Yeah, to Matthew says, to me with De Gea, it all depends on the budget for the summer. Even outside of that, Matthew, even with a small budget, it's like, all right, just go sign a goalkeeper that's more equipped. You don't need to spend big on the goalkeeper to get a good goalkeeper. You don't have to be 70, 80, 90 million on a goalkeeper. Go scout. That's what the scouting department's for. That's what Ten Hag himself, he was knowledgeable. I know Ten Hag knows a goalkeeper he would take at United, 110%. All the goalkeepers he's seen, all the people around him that be watching football all across the globe. Of course there is. Definitely there is a goalkeeper he likes. He's thinking, yeah, I'm going to sign such and such. That's why I'm not even with the budget. You say, let's say the budget's 200 million. You can improve your team with 200 M's. Say it's 100 M's, you can, even if it's not your option A, go get your option B. Go get a younger option B or younger option C, because that's still better than what we have. What do you think of Ten Hag saying more transfer targets want to come this year? Makes sense. Makes sense.
Because they've seen the kind of renaissance and what that's done for individual players. Brands like a part of sports is business now, people. So we're getting saved by the business decisions that people are trying to make in order for their clients to succeed on that level. So we'll always be in the running for high-class players. Like, again, there's no reason for us to have a Casemiro, but Casemiro understood what winning at United could do for his career.
Yep. 100%. Without doubt. Hey, Eddie, anything else you want to add before we close out?
Nah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all y'all who continuously come through and hold it down in the chat. We appreciate y'all, man.
Absolutely.
But y'all gotta do the biggest thing is like and subscribe to the thing, man.
Yeah, man.
And seeing join us for this stress along that will be Lakers Dubs game 6, man. Pure stress, homie.
It is. So yeah, Eddie mentioned it there. Lakers Warriors people. Lakers Warriors game 6. That's on the Twitch. It will not be on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. It's on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. You download the Twitch app, people. You download the app for free. You sign up for free. And the same way you watch and comment on YouTube is the exact same on the Twitch. And you get different content over there, people. It's not the same. So don't think, just because I'm on the YouTube that I don't need the Twitch. No. Like all the NBA content is exclusively on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. All the Sarcasm City TV NBA content exclusively on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. All the Manchester United content exclusively on the YouTube, people. So check out the upcoming live stream schedules for both. I will be updating it. I've already updated it all the way till Sunday, people, but I will be updating it till next week, Sunday as well. So like we stated, 3 a.m. live on the Twitch, Lakers Warriors game 6. Then we're back here. I was going to say tomorrow, technically today now, because it's just gone 1 a.m. in the UK. We're back for first one, actually, Leeds Newcastle on the Twitch, people. I'm saying Leeds United versus Newcastle United, 12:30 p.m. kickoff. That'll be live on the Twitch, that watch along. Then we'll be here 2:45 p.m., 2:40 p.m. for the Manchester United, Nottingham Forest, Manchester United Wolves game. So that'll be a watch along here. Then following that, one of the Man United crossover shows, the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show. So Man United, Ballers at the Bridge, talking that Tottenham talk. So I'll be answering questions on all 3 of those clubs. Then following that, on the Sunday, you will get on the Twitch the Arsenal-Brighton game, people. So that watch along, Arsenal versus Brighton. And then at midnight, Sunday, as always, you will get the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. And then if there is a game 7, if you lot, when would that be? Would that be Sunday night or Monday night? Probably Monday night, right?
No, Sunday.
It'll be Sunday night, so you'd get a watch along for that as well if there is indeed a game 7 of that series, people. But yeah, man, love to everyone who locks in, man. You lot is well over 60, 70, 80 people in here, you know what I'm saying, for the vast majority of the stream. So big up. You lot have hit the likes. We've gone over 50. You lot have subscribed as well. And don't forget, all the shows on the channel, people, apart from watch alongs, are available on audio only platforms, people. Available on audio only. So SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV, because you might want to listen while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're driving, while you're working, or you might just not want to have the YouTube app open, which is cool. You may just prefer to listen to your podcast in traditional podcast means. Links for all those is underneath in the description, people, as well as my G Lewis's channel as well. So go subscribe to his channel. But yeah, we'll be back 3 a.m. people. To DJ Mancuni says, can you make it more earlier, Flawless, bro? I'm struggling. Make what earlier? These shows, normally you get this is 4:30 p.m. UK time.
Yeah.
Normally this is 4:30 p.m. So Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, this show is normally 4:30 p.m. But the universe was looking out for us, because if me and Eddie would have done this show earlier, we would have missed so much. So thankfully, so it was supposed to be. But hey, Matthew, big up all the regulars, big up all the new people, all the mods, all the members, much appreciated. And this has been the Man United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.